What's going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well in YouTube land. As for myself, all is well. Sitting down to get this recap done to close out the month of February, and we are closing it out on a green day today. Kind of nickel and dime the market. We kind of traded some things that we don't usually trade, made some money on it. Traded one of the stocks that we trade quite a bit, and we actually took a red trade on that one. But overall, decent day. Let's go ahead. Let's bring up TRADERVUE. Get this show on the road. We're reviewing trades for Tuesday, February 28th. We took 6 trades today. Closed P&L, $42. Like I said, most of the trades that we took were green. Few of them were small green, basically flat trades. First 2 trades of the morning, I actually said I was done. I should have been done, and I would have finished the morning out $3 richer. But traded AMAT. We took 5 contracts on that thing and made $25. Then we traded UNP, which was Union Pacific, 2 contracts there. Traded Tesla, single contract. SPY, single contract. Google, we took 4 trades on what we thought was a good pattern. It actually moved like we thought it would, and Google is one of those ones that it just didn't show. And then we traded another Tesla, and look at the time on that one. We traded that in the afternoon. If you remember, I said I want to trade 9:30 to 11:30. I broke my trading plan today, y'all. I took this trade when I sat back down at my desk. Basically getting out flat. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna review these first 3, and I'm gonna review the first 2. Then I review the SPY and Google. Wasn't much to see on those Tesla trades, so that's how we're gonna do that. Try to get this thing done with fairly quick. Quick peek at the SPY. We see that the SPY was just all over the place today. Basically trading around previous day's close, trading around previous day's low. And then you see, as the market closed, look at where we are at. We tried to get back in this hourly down channel. The SPY has just been struggling to stay out of that down channel. And right as the market closed, the sellers tried to test it again, and the buyers stepped on back up. And look, they kind of pushing it back up again. Since we're already here on the SPY, we'll go ahead and review that SPY contract, which I don't have pulled up. How did that happen? I must have dropped it in another folder, but that's no problem. We can come here to trade. I'm gonna come over here to TRADERVUE, take a peek. March 17th, 390. March 17th, 390 put. That's that one right there. And man, we got in that thing at 391. 391. We stopped out at 380. Look at what that thing is trading at right now. 460. But let's go ahead. Let's add it to the options. Booyah. It's there now. We'll come over to charts. There it is. Let's see if it got our order on there. It does. We'll blow that up. We got in this thing at 11:13. We will come on over till around 11 o'clock. Blow it up a little bit more. And watch this, y'all. This was a put. And let's look and see where we got in at 11:13. Got in on this candle here. And let's turn that to arrow. 11:13. Getting in right here. As the SPY has dipped down, it came up, set a slightly higher high. And then we get this even low. This was a little aggressive. I'm trying to play this back down. Basically, to right here is really what my expectation should have been, and then possibly down to VWAP. I end up stopping out in this candle right here. But look at that. It kind of just teases around there, and then watch when I bring this over. There's the move. It tests previous day's close. It tests VWAP. And then it makes the move on down below VWAP. And yeah, that's it. We just, right idea. We was a little early to the party. We was a little early to the party. We get stopped out. It wicks over one more time. And then it finally rolls over. Gives us the move that we want. I'm just curious to see around this area. Actually, let's look at VWAP. So if we traded this down to VWAP, it only was up $4. Really? Really? That's all? That was $9 in that move from right there to right there. If we come down to here, there was $19 in that move. So wasn't much money in that move, man. I thought that would have paid a little bit better. But that was the SPY trade. One contract. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at AMAP. AMAP. Is that the right contract? Nope. That's the right contract. There we go. Blow that one up. This one I really don't even remember. So let's see what we're looking like. We got in this one at, oh, okay, we're on the wrong date. Or are we? Nah. There we go. See, I think a swim could be a little wishy-washy at times. But let's bring that out so we can see that it was a put. Got in on this candle right here. We see, if I bring this out, AMAT, that was pre-market high. Market opens, it tests that high. It can't break it. And then it comes back once the market opens. It tests it again. We get this top and tail. And I get in, I get out basically 2 candles later. Down in that candle right there. 5 contracts. If you look at the volume right there, getting out 5 candles or 5 contracts. And that was it. That was it. I don't think this thing ever got higher than where we got out at. Nope, we got out right there. So decent exit. And I was basically trading this back down to the 20 moving average, which is the red line. On my standard setup, I don't have this green line. So I need to go ahead and remove that. That's the 9 moving average. I'm usually not looking at the 9 moving average when I'm trading. So just a quick trade. That's why I kind of scaled in 5 contracts, trying to trade this back down to here and possibly back down to VWAP. Like I said in another video, when you just see these little hashes, it's a thinly traded contract. So made $25 on that one. Let's take a peek at UNP, Union Pacific. This is one I actually was looking at somewhat for a swing play. And there we go. Let's go ahead and blow this section up. Blew that one up a little too much. There we go. So Union Pacific, the last couple of days has gapped up big. This is the daily chart. So if you look, Union Pacific gapped up fairly big. I got this shaded area. This is a zone on like the hourly chart. Same here, a little narrower. So thought on this one is if we can get a retest of this area right here, we should get the push back down. And you see we get the retest and I get in on this candle right here. First area of concern is going to be right there, that little wick. Let's see where we got out at. And then we'll kind of talk about it. So I actually rode this a good little ways. Man, rode this a good little ways. So we got in right here. First area of concern right there. That's no area. It busts through it, comes down, pulls back up to the 20. We get this push back down. I probably should have been getting out around here. And then this comes back up. We get a higher low right there. This is my line in the sand. I get out. I make 20 bucks off of 2 contracts. But look, man, we got out at 55 cents. That was the high of the day again. Another thinly traded contract. So thought process was good. Good. Let this break this area. Let's get the retest. And then let's trade it. So good trade. Again, just not really moving. The way we wanted to. We was in at 45. We got out at 55. And it closed at 48. So had we held this all day, we still would have been in the money. But look at how thin this thing, it didn't even trade. And this expires on March 17th. This is not like something that's going to expire this Friday or like a weekly. So good thought process. It just didn't move like we thought it would. All right, last trade, Google. Let's take a peek at Google. There's Google. And let's take a peek at Google. Google, we see a huge zone. This is like monstrous. One thing that I don't see on this chart that I'm going to add real quick that is usually on the chart when I'm trading. Go LMD, moving average. It's already set up and it's the 50. I like that to be gray and I like that to be broken. Hourly, exponential, add it. There we go. This was important, so I wanted to make sure I added that. But let's see when we got in Google. Got in Google 11:16. Getting in on this candle right here. And that's where we're going to be wanting to get in at. Let's take a peek at it. So pre-market, market opens. Nice push up right over previous day's close. Comes up, tries to test previous day's high. Pushes back down. We get the break. Now, I want to see this retest the 50 moving average, not the previous day's high. Want it to test 50 moving average, go higher. We don't get it. It rejects it, and then it just kind of chops around all morning. It pulls back to previous day's close. We get the break back above previous day's high. I'm not concerned with that again because we got the 50 right above it. Now we get the pull back to the previous day's high. And now we are getting that move over the 50 moving average. I want to take part in the trade. I get in right there. I stay in this a little too long. And I get out on this move back down. Let's look at this candle and see where we get out at. Yep, that's what I thought. Almost at the bottom. So getting out down there. The high was 50. So that was $3 more on 4 contracts. Could have made 12 more dollars. So the most we got up was $16. I'm gonna drop a price line on this wick right here and look at what it does. Comes right up to that wick right there and it rejects. So I could have got out of this a little bit sooner, but I was looking for it to come down here and push back up and leave a bottoming tail. It didn't even need to get green. I just wanted it to at least leave a bottoming tail, letting me know that the buyers are interested. Buyers wasn't interested, and you see it just flushed back down. So good exit right there. Good exit. Basically got out flat. But look at the move that it did make. Let's see what the high was when it made that move. And I definitely would not have stayed in for all of that. But that was about 72 cents. 72 cents. So again, it did make a good move, but a little earlier to the party as usual. When this came back up here and retested this, if we dropped the line right there, could have got back interested in the trade right there. Would have been getting in at like 50 cents and then trading this for the move back up to this hourly down channel. And would have made about call it 20 cents on each contract. Then we would have made 80 bucks. That would have been a good trade. But got out basically making what the commissions was on the trade. Might have lost a little bit of money on that one. Let's see. So for each contract, we paying $1.30. Yeah, we lost like 30 cents per contract on that in commissions. So it's lost $1.20 in commissions on that trade. But that's what we did today, y'all. Decent way to close the month out. Decent way. Kind of contemplating whether I want to increase my risk going into March. I may stay where I'm at right now, considering we're still in the first quarter, and we'll probably increase that risk going into April, depending on how we trade in March, especially with the market the way it is. But thanks for checking me out. Hopefully y'all had a good time checking it out. If so, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I did have 2 other stocks on my watch list this morning. Four, F-O-U-R, and W-Day. Both of those did exactly what I wanted them to do this morning. They made excellent moves, but the spread on the contracts were ridiculous. So I could not take those trades. So if you trade in options, that's one thing you need to be looking out for, is those spreads. Because if the stock has a 50-cent spread, you automatically down $50. Because you got to assume that you're going to catch that much slippage getting out of the contract. So that thing needs to go like $100, and you need to be getting out on a limit order and not a market order, not getting stopped out. So I didn't want to touch those, but we ready to finish this thing up and start March off well, working with a couple of new little tweaks to my trading plan. And it's been working. It's been working. So we're going to continue this thing, and we will be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.